Cade Courtley served as a Navy SEAL and is president and founder of SEAL Survival.
Cade Courtley joins us now.
Joining us now with his thoughts is Cade Courtley.
Right now our guest is Cade Courtley.
Former Navy SEAL sniper and survival expert Cade Courtley.
Former Navy SEAL and best-selling author of the book, The SEAL Survival Guide.
That former Navy SEAL, friend of the show's, founder of Victory Coffees, has hopes of becoming the official coffee of the White House.
Cade Courtley is here right now and joining us again. Now, Cade, the last time I saw you was on Shark Tank talking about this very coffee. What happened?
That's right. We were on a couple weeks ago, and one of the best things in the world happened to me. I did not get a deal.
That's the best thing, I thought.
As a result, look, the people said, you know what, the Sharks don't get it. I told them, don't underestimate the power of patriotism. And people are like, absolutely. And I've got people like, we want to prove the Sharks wrong. We want Victory Coffee to be on there in a year. And they're like, we made a huge mistake.
What do you make of these satellite images first?
We all hope and we think that this is the best sort of lead we have so far. Can give you a location within 10 meters. So if it did surface, we would have found that thing almost immediately based on that emergency beacon, which makes me concerned that this thing is sitting on the bottom next to the Titanic. And the only positive about that is we know where to search.
It really is, Anderson. It's good to be with you. Think about a situation where from the point where this bridge collapsed, you're 185 feet above the water. So if you survive the impact into the water, you have tons and tons of debris coming down on top of you. If you made it through that, now you find yourself completely stressed out, potentially injured, maybe in shock in 47-degree water.
The worst decision you can ever make is not making a decision. You think of three options, do a quick pro and con, and then just pick one and go with it.
The sensation.
So Cade, you were a SEAL, a sniper, and also friends with Chris. What do you think of how he was portrayed?
Look, anytime Hollywood takes on something of this nature, I always sort of cringe because I don't know what the outcome's going to be. Pretty much the last thing I want to say about this individual, because he's already gotten too much airtime, is it just feels like somebody who's desperate to try and be relevant again because he's staring at a dead career. As far as I'm concerned, his career is a really good confirmed kill.
Okay.
One thing, if I may say, Don,
that caught everybody off guard, even the guy.
Cade Courtley, thanks so much.
Hey, real quick, I lost a couple of good buddies and teammates in Benghazi, and I want to thank Fox News for keeping that on the radar.
I heard from some guys, and I've been dying to ask you this question. Some guys say that they were pretty convinced this was a suicide mission. We don't think we're coming back. Talk to me about that. You're inbound.
We talked about it before when we're standing around the planning table, and we'd start screwing around. I remember saying to my guys, "Look, man, we got to take this serious. This is a one-way mission. Like we're gonna die."
I had this conversation recently with somebody, and they're like, what's the most nervous you've ever been? And it wasn't jumping out of a plane into a combat zone, and it wasn't diving under a ship.
You jumped out of perfectly good planes before?
I did, and some of those planes I couldn't wait to get out of. They were leaking like a sieve. Hydraulic fluid was there everywhere. The most dangerous thing was not slipping and falling, trying to get out of it. So, but honestly, the most nervous I've ever been in my life was realizing it's just you, him, no equipment, no team, no backup.
The purity of it.
As pure as it gets.
You don't want to be over 50 and get in street fights. That generally doesn't play well.
Well, my policy is if the other guy's over 70, then I'm in. But not with some...
just listening to you for the last couple minutes, you still have every bit of fire in you. I love it. Don't let it go. Passion can move mountains. And especially just on an individual basis. We're going to back up a little bit, but you were involved in a very serious automobile accident when you were young.
I was.
And that probably was a fairly major turning point for your life. Explain that a little bit.
I was pregnant at the time. Well, here I was, a single mom, 2 kids. I lived in Reno, Nevada, pregnant, got divorced, and then found out I was pregnant. And I had no idea what was going to become of me, but I had a car wreck.